I tried fighting it. I really did. But when your girlfriend blasts the damn thing 50 times a day, you don't stand a chance. Okay, so this is a little late, but we're gonna be reacting and analyzing the infamous We Don't Talk About Bruno song. Now, I should mention, I've already seen the movie, and my girlfriend has been putting the song on repeat
non-stop for a couple of weeks now.
So I know every word by heart at this point, but there's so much to unpack animation-wise in this clip that every time you watch it, you find something new. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's hop in. Okay, gonna get my tablet out just in case we're gonna do some drawings on top. My stylus. All right, let's just go ahead and I might be pausing as we go. I'll try not to pause too many times. I'll try and let segments finish and then talk about it and then continue, because I know, you know, when you're reacting and you're cutting stuff as it's playing, it's not a fun time watching that, but we're gonna try our best. And yeah, let's turn this bad boy on.
What if you didn't understand what he saw?
Then you better figure it out, because it was coming for you.
We don't talk about Bruno.
No. I love it. I love the different just reactions and characteristics that these characters have. And the storytelling is absolutely amazing. And I know I'm not gonna pause too many times, but I'll try. But just right away, you can see three different characteristics. I'm gonna turn the audio off here. You can see her, who's just like seeking answer and she's nervous. And then we have Felix, who's really trying to tell the story right here. Maybe I should have my stylus. And then we have Felix's wife. Now, Felix's wife is quite a character. You have her hair always frizzy, and that's because it looks like she's always been in rain, and you know, her power is controlling the weather. And so it's a really cool feature of her to always be on edge, which she is, and to have super frizzy hair as though she just came out of the rain. And so you have Felix's character be almost like a golden retriever, like a dog or a puppy, in contrast to his wife, who's like snappy and angry and on edge all the time. And it's a really cool dynamic. And you can see Mirabel's reaction to these two interacting. It's really, really fun. Throughout the entire thing, she's trying to tell the story. Felix's wife's trying to tell the story. And then once Felix cuts in, you can see her reaction. It's just like, he did what? Turns around, is like, really? You just cut into my story? I'm trying to tell this story. And that goes on for the entire song, and it's really cool to keep track of. Also gonna talk about the transition here. Really love the transition here into Mirabel's hair. Turns dark, the screen turns dark, and all of a sudden we're outside, and we're continuing the storytelling outside in the wedding dress, which is what this part of the song is talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and play this section. Pay attention to her reaction as he cuts in. Cool atmosphere change as he comes in. Thunder hitting as he mentions it. It kind of like sets the tone as, oh, he's the bad guy, he's coming in. The entire environment change. It's misty, it's mysterious. She starts doing the little dance too. That's really cool. The cloth sim in this is spectacular. I love the cloth simulation that is on these characters. It's insanely well done. It's not easy. It's not like you just press a button and it's done. It's like a whole career. The cloth sim team, the team responsible for the cloth simulation at Disney, were just spectacular. Amazing job. It really complements the animation of the characters. I love it. Another hair transition. Mirabel's hair to transition to Mirabel's sister here. And if you guys notice, her power is that she can hear very well. I was I was gonna talk about this later. I didn't realize I'm gonna pause on this frame because I knew this was gonna happen. So aside from the crazy smear eye darts here, because okay, so I'll talk about this. Then I'll talk about what I was gonna talk about before. She's eye darting from looking here to looking here, and so the in between frame, the frame in between these two eye directions, the eye moves quite a far distance, and so for it to register and for it to not be like really jaggedy animation, they smear the pupils here for the in-between, so our eyes as viewers can register it in that one frame that it travels. Yeah, so it's like this for one frame. It's just so we can register the movement of the eye because of how fast it is. Really cool. But what I was gonna say before that was that here the music kind of goes quiet, and she starts whispering, and she's talking because her power is that she hears very well, and she starts talking about how she can still hear Bruno whispering and talking to himself and hear the rats and hear noises and stuff, but you know, not realizing that Bruno's actually living behind the walls. Spoiler. But also, do you guys see someone back here? We have Bruno kind of just like sneaking his way in the background as she's talking about him. It's really cool. That's cool. I love how squishy and fleshy her face. All their faces are. Oh, you got is that Bruno just bopping? It's like I love this guy. I keep pausing. I'm so sorry. You know what? Let's keep playing. I love it. I love that animation. Probably my favorite character, actually. It's amazing. First of all, these arcs on his transformation, all the transformations are amazing, amazing arcs. Like, look at that arc, and it just continues this beautiful, beautiful arc. Reduces the silhouette of the character from like this big silhouette to this little silhouette, and then pops open as Bruno in a bigger silhouette, and the limbs all kind of like, instead of clean arcs, they're kind of all just like jaggedy, and is that a word, jaggedy? Yeah, so they're all broken and whatnot to like portray him being scary. And it's funny because, you know, this kid is younger than Mirabella, so if Mirabella hasn't met Bruno, this kid definitely hasn't met Bruno. And so he's just going based off like the stories he's heard, and he's talking about how he's 7 foot tall, and it's really great. I love it. And then a cool little animation thing here. Look at Mirabelle. So Mirabelle's lower body here is just being pulled down because the sand kind of caves in, and then her upper body is like stretching or like staying in the same position. And at one point, look at her neck is completely stretched, her head is like stretched out, and her lower half of her body is moving down. And this is all happening within like 3 frames, like 1, 2, 3, and then she drops. And then we got this. That's great. Again, another cool transition. We're outside now. Dead. I love that. I love this antic. She kind of starts raising her arms before the rest of her body actually moves. Starts raising her arms, and then her body starts tilting forward, creating this sort of antic pose. These are her arms. And then pops open, shoulders were up, now the shoulders are stretched down, head is leaning forward, and she's exclaiming that Bruno killed her fish because he said that the fish is going to die. And of course the fish just kind of flips over in like 3 frames and dies right there and then. Love that pose. Okay, let's continue. They're just blaming him for things that he's predicted, things that would happen anyways, and they're making it seem like he's the one responsible.
He told me that the life of my dreams would be
I love this. That's so nice. It's like a change of pace. We reveal Mirabelle's face, and she's like, "Really? Of course he told you that, Mrs. Perfect." I love that. I feel like this shot right here, it's not even about her. It's just about revealing the background character, Mirabelle's expression, and it's amazing. I love it. I burst out laughing at this scene. It's like, really? That's so good. I just want to burst out singing with them. Betrothed to another. And really cool transition. They could have just like brought the camera down, but instead they had her use her powers, and you kind of follow that down into her. I love her personality. She has like the average animation student personality. So cool. I love that. We got this nice solid pose, and then he starts antiquing down again, reducing his silhouette, and then popping back up. Nice pose with clear silhouette, and actually it's more of a S curve coming down this way. Super cool. I love that. And he's probably gonna arc into his there we go, another antic down, and yeah, these arcs, man, love it. Your boyfriend's here. So this part, oh, let me go back and play with music. So good. And this scene, you know, they're all dancing, and that's great. You know, they're all kind of doing the same thing on each side, but if you actually pay attention, sorry if I keep stopping, but if you actually pay attention, they all have their own personalities, and they're doing the same thing, but with their personalities in mind. And that just means the animators know what they're doing, which they should. They're at Disney. So we have these guys coming in, they put the glasses in, and on their way up, each one of them gets up a completely different way. You have this guy, like, you know, he's all big and chubby, so he can't be as elegant, though he tries, and he does a very good job. But you can see he's a little bit, just like, focus on this guy for now. You can see he's a little bit like, he can't overextend and create really good arcs, so he just kind of, you know, goes out with his personality, just kind of jiggles out. And then when we now focus on his son, he's a lot more elegant and kind of like slides back, just like very flamboyant, and so it just like spins and dances off into the distance. And you pay attention to this guy now, and he does it completely differently as well than the other two. He just kind of just like runs into the distance, and it's just completely different. They're all doing the same action, you know, like the shot probably would have been like, oh, put glasses on table, and, you know, with the music, leave or move away from the table. And then the animator goes in and just gives every person their personality. So nicely done. Okay, let me go back, and then I'll play with music here. Rats along his back. I'll stop singing. So good. I love it. That's like the classic Disney run where they're just like This scene's really powerful. I mean, the first time we watched it, it had like a really big effect on us. And apparently, you know, having all these people and all their vocals together singing at the same time, it's actually called Madrigal, which is the name of the family, which is pretty insane. Everything just kind of comes together. Yeah, super powerful, super beautiful. I don't have enough good things to say. It's so well done. The animation's spectacular. It seemed like the animators were just kind of like showing off. It's like, hey, look at what I can do. And the cloth simulation is amazing. The music's absolutely amazing. You know, if we're giving Brian's again, I'd give this 5 out of 5 Brian, because it is super well done, and it's definitely deserving the attention and the popularity that it's getting. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, or if you noticed something that I didn't, or you want to talk about certain things that I didn't talk about, feel free to do that down below. It would help me if you could hit that like button. And oh, if you're interested in the Blender animation course, I gotta shout it out. We're currently in the creation of one, and we're aiming to have it done in August of this year, actually. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy animating, and I'll see you guys in the next one.